Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove. We've got Wife here. We're here for another review Jive. So yesterday was Terrible Movie Tuesday, and we've also taken a couple of days off of making videos, and we're going to kind of restructure everything and just fucking go with it. It doesn't matter. So, if you're new here, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I said that already.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I don't know. I'm just going. Okay, so yesterday was Terrible Movie Tuesday, and we watched The Boy Who Cried Werewolf.
Yep.
Which is a 2010 Nickelodeon film starring Victoria Justice and Chase Ellison.
And we watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, we watched it on Netflix. So, quick spoiler-free review on this guy. It was actually, like, pretty funny. It's family friendly. It's not a great movie. Like, don't come here expecting a plot or character development or like good effects or.
It was
like,
funny and cringy.
Storytelling. Yeah. But you know, like if you need to like shut the kids up with some screaming colors out of the bloody screamo box, hey, why not this one?
Yeah.
It's not gonna make them worse. Okay. So spoiler free. It exists. Alright, so let's move into the plot of this movie. So, the plot of this movie is Victoria Justice plays a girl who is like ugly and lame and has allergies and stuff. And she's like booky or whatever. What the fuck ever her character is, it doesn't matter.
Generic nerdy girl.
Yeah, generic nerdy girl. You can tell she's a nerd because she's wearing glasses.
And her hair's in a ponytail.
Everybody treats her like she's a weird looking nerd. That's it. So, she has a little brother who is like concerningly into horror stuff and is like always like fell in the toilet with snakes or making a fake heart for the refrigerator.
It's really
or
more
like
prankster than horror.
Yeah, he's like a prankster, but somehow it's vaguely themed around scary stuff.
Yeah.
And like they go to the same school.
Yeah.
But I feel like this kid is like 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because she's 17 in this movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know what school this is. I don't even know where this fucking movie takes place. It doesn't matter. So they're doing all this. It doesn't matter. So, you know, they're whatever. Brother and sister. They have a dad. He's a plumber. That doesn't matter. They have a mom. She has passed away some vague amount of recently.
She's dead mom.
Dead mom.
Sad
Not
kid,
so recently that the daughter isn't trying to hook the dad up.
Yeah.
Whatever. They have, like, money problems, and it's, like, you know, regular adult shit. And, they get a creepy, like, attaché case at the door. Creepy attaché case says, you just inherited...
You have, like, a long-lost uncle who died, and now you've inherited a castle in Romania.
Yeah, you've inherited a Romanian castle. So they go to Romania, to try to sell the castle. They run into the castle has like a housemaid, who's this weirdly, like, vaguely racist characterization of Romanian people.
More than vaguely.
and they do the joke like from Young Frankenstein.
Frau Blücher.
Yeah, and it's but instead of horses, it's like ooh,
yeah, it's like a wolf howling.
And everybody hears it, including her, and it's never explained. It just happens. So they get to the town, there's a whole bunch of legends about it, and the town is like super into horror, and the little brother's happy, and the sister doesn't want to be there, and then the sister meets a young butcher, but also she's a vegetarian, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of plot elements in this that you think are important actually have no bearing on anything.
Literally.
Yeah, so she meets a butcher, and he's, I guess, cute. I don't know. They have this kid in like 40 pounds of makeup, so his face is just smooth. Like, it's just a smooth,
and he's got like every time they show him, he's got like a blur filter on, too. It's very strange.
I feel like he looks like what happens if you get stung by a bee and you're a little allergic.
Yeah,
and so you just kind of swell. So he's a butcher, and he's kind of cute or whatever.
Boy who's kind of into the girl.
And they're exploring the house, and there's all sort of stipulations about not going out at night, even though it apparently doesn't matter because that just gets ignored in the movie. Listen, a lot of points don't matter in this movie. So they do all this kind of stuff. They get through, they find a secret room in the house. The sister drops a vial of blood on the ground and steps on it. And
a broken glass.
like a broken blood vial, and it's just like,
yeah,
whatever. So
barefoot.
Whatever, she becomes a werewolf. So she's slowly becoming a werewolf. The little brother finds out about it. The little brother's trying to save her the whole time. like let me help you, blah blah blah, whatever. The dad ends up meeting this chick who's trying to buy the house. Come to find out she's a vampire. Come to find out these vampires have started this war were in this war like 2,000 years ago, and the werewolves saved everybody, and the vampires were the bad guys, and so that shit happens. And then the vampires kidnap the little kids because the only way they can buy the house, even though they've already paid money for the house, is that all of the werewolves have to be dead. Or
but
something.
The sister and now the brother.
But and then all of a sudden the brother is also
a werewolf.
So okay, hold on. The sister's a werewolf and she gets captured, and then the brother convinces the dad to listen, and they go to save the day, and then they get captured, and then come to find out the brother's a werewolf because all of a fucking sudden
because
who cares?
his 14th birthday just happened.
Yeah,
that's why.
Like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the first full moon since his 14th. What the fuck ever. And so he becomes a werewolf, and then the dad just makes some vague dad jokes about stuff. The two werewolves fight off the vampires, and then they get captured again, and then they fight off the vampires again, and inevitably it's almost dawn. So they do a last fight with the vampires, and they throw a bunch of them into the sunlight, and they put the bad lady in the sunlight, and there's a lot of slow motion blur filters walking away from a fire. Then
they basically live happily ever after.
Yeah, they just decide to like...
There's not really like a resolution.
Yeah, okay, so this is what happens. Come to find out, there was also money involved in getting this castle, or something. And so they don't have to sell the castle, they can afford to keep both houses. So, whatever, they're now like dirty wealthy, and she goes to school and now she's super hot because she has confidence and she doesn't wear glasses and her hair's down and she's wearing makeup. Or what the fuck ever. And like, the hot guy from the beginning of the movie, this is actually the only plot point that really gets resolution. The hot guy from the beginning of the movie tries to hit on her because now she's hot, and she's just like, none of your shit. And so she leaves, and then come to find out, the kid from Romania who worked at the butcher shop, he transferred to their high school in America.
No, he's an exchange student.
Yeah, well, yes, he exchanged to the high school in America. But listen, here. He followed her to America because she owns a castle. It's weird.
I mean, yeah, that's
it's
exactly
weird.
What
it's
happened.
just fucking weird when they're like, oh, you're dating the hot transfer student or exchange student, whatever. And I'm like, did they bring him across the fucking planet?
Yeah.
Like, damn, girl. I mean, like, he's not even that cute. What's up with that? That's weird as shit. And then that's the end of the movie. Okay. Most of the shit in this movie doesn't matter. Like, the movie exists, but I feel like this movie exists to make the main character be like, look how pretty I am.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah? Yeah, okay. So that's the plot of this what the fuck ever kids movie. Okay, so, new thing, we're gonna do pros and cons of this movie. So, pros of this movie was actually mostly practical effects, and they weren't half bad.
They weren't.
To be honest, I mean, the werewolves are always kind of shitty looking. We've just never really figured out werewolves, in my opinion. Yeah. Without, like, massive CGI. But, yeah, you know what? I thought the practical effects were pretty good. There were a couple of parts that were funny. I don't know that I once laughed out loud. I think it was a lot of, like, oh, that's kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's not a funny movie.
No.
I'll tell you what, it's a lesson in, like, pretty shitty parenting. His dad is just non-communicative with his children.
Oh,
whoa. Holy shit. So, pros of this movie, I mean, I guess it's got good practical effects. There's a couple of good jokes. That's it. Cons of this movie, just the whole movie.
Weird gymnastics.
Oh, yeah!
The daughter, like after she steps on the broken vial, does like a bunch of weird gymnastics.
Do you think that Victoria Justice can do gymnastics?
Definitely not. That was definitely a stunt double.
Well, but then why would they have put that in the movie? Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about, right? Like, there's like this whole subplot with the, like, with the guy who's the house's estate lawyer.
Yeah. Who,
like, he's a, like trying to get him, and come to find out he's just like a nice guy who was trying to like keep an eye out on the kids. Dude, there's so much weird shit.
Yeah. Also, in the house, in the castle that they inherit, first of all, this castle is huge. And we see maybe like 4 rooms the whole time.
Dude, it's dumb big, and when you walk into it, it's not a castle.
Yeah, it's definitely not a castle. It's more
so
like
weird.
A manor at that point.
Yeah, it's so weird. Everybody
At
leaves
one
doors
point
open.
in time, the kids are walking through, like at the very beginning when they first get there, and there's like this picture on the wall that's a sketch, and it's basically like given to whoever the dead uncle is, and it's like written by Rudyard Kipling, you know, the famous author. They don't do anything else about it.
Yeah,
there's
just
no
exists.
history other than the like sort of ditzy blonde real estate girl.
Yeah, there's no. It's
She's the
super weird.
only one that gives
and,
history.
And the crazy part is like she's the eldest vampire, and is trying to steal all this back, but she's like a valley girl. Dude, whatever. There's a lot of dumb shit about this movie. So pros and cons of this movie. Pros and
Mostly
cons.
cons.
Mostly cons. All right, best bits of this movie. I wanted to get into best bits. So okay, the fucking dead funniest joke in this movie is when Victoria Justice is at her great grand uncle's giant fucking stone sarcophagus in the graveyard, and she gets there and she calls the brother and is like, I can read a message on the gravestone with my wolf eyes or fucking whatever. And so the kid shows up, and as the kid's walking, the like Frau Farbissima chick who's just been like a right bitch this whole movie, right? She walks in and Victoria Justice is just like, and she's like, I'm cool. And just keeps walking. And but she delivers this line with just unflinching confidence.
I mean, I feel like
it's
actually
so funny.
The best part of this movie is it's like the second best part, because that is definitely the best part.
It's so
the
funny.
Second best part of this movie is during the movie the Frau
Chickens.
lady, the chickens are just like having a ball out there. The Frau lady is like up a ladder and her phone goes off and it's Britney Spears' "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Yeah, which
and
is
you're
hilarious
just like, that's
because
weird. We had to look up when this was made, 2010, to see if it was like hot then, and we didn't get it, so we don't really know why
Hit Me
that
Baby
song
One More Time
is
came out in
in here.
1998. We also looked that up, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't just know that.
I mean,
that would be fucking crazy.
I was there. So
I was also alive in 1998. Jesus, I'm not that
so
young.
it ties into the after credits sequence. So the like credit sequence, you know, like some movies give you bloopers and sometimes you get like extra plot bits.
This is
just this every actor in this movie doing like karaoke.
Oh yeah, there's a bit that the reason why fucking Vlad or
Yeah.
whatever the guy's name is rich and
The
famous.
great uncle.
The great
He
uncle.
invented
He
karaoke.
invented karaoke. That's the joke. I don't even know how.
We didn't
That's
understand.
funny.
So in the very end of this movie is every single actor doing like a karaoke kind of lip sync bit to "Baby One More Time." It is the most incongruous thing
It's
in
so
the entire film.
fucking weird, dude.
It's so weird.
You know what? Minimally, it seems like everybody involved in the film had a good time.
Yeah.
Because there's also stuff like, there's a cabbie in the film who's like super into horror stuff, and then at the end, when the brother has become the sacred wolf that's gonna protect the manor from the vampires, what the fuck ever. Alright? He's like up on the mountaintop, right? And they in the beginning, they're like, oh, it's a tradition. Every time we do this festival, the wolf goes on the mountaintop and howls at the moon, and it's beautiful. And you're like, oh, that's cool. They're indicating a mountain that's like a fucking distance away. And then at the end of the movie, they show the brother like up this mountain. Oh, but it looks like he's just on like a set piece, like 15 feet over there.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
Like
weird,
a
dude.
high school
he's
play.
like, yeah, he's like so close, right? And so like he does that, and the fucking cabbie from the beginning of the movie is like talking to his friends, just like, this is the best thing of all time. I can't believe we did this. And it's like, first of all, you're a fucking cabbie in this place. Don't you see this every time? Also, what does this have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Whole
That's
movie.
the
What does that have to do with
Nothing
anything?
at all.
Whatever. Anywho. Okay, so I've been John Norgrove. This has been Wife. This has been Review Jive. Yesterday was Terrible Movie Tuesday. We watched The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Also, that actually never comes up. It's The Boy Who Cries Vampire. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's the new theme of this channel. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so we watched The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. Make us other people's problems. Ring the little bell. And we'll catch you guys next time, huh?